Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for the SH Figuarts, and we have Doctor Strange and the Burning Flame set. Yep. It's one of those box sets, and it is a huge box. Typically Figuarts is just this size here, and that's about a fourth of this box. So it's quite big. Got mine from Tattoo Hobby. It is currently sold on their web store, but sometimes I find that it's either they're gonna restock soon, or they have actually some stuff left on their actual storefront. And just send them an inquiry through the website. I'll provide a link down below. Alright, so here we go. Quite nice. And like always, this is going to be a blind review, meaning I know little or none at all about what I'm reviewing, other than it's awesome. Now, I did watch the movie, and that's basically what my exposure to Doctor Strange. It is a bit strange. Pun intended. That I always think that Marvel has, mutants, superpowers, not so much for, I guess, as they call it, mystical arts or magic. So this is a new take for me, and I find it really interesting. For me, actually, I like more of the armored personnel, with the cool armor and everything. But I'll give an exception to this, and I'll give it a shot. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the box. Yeah. I think that's pretty much covered. It's a big box. Let's go ahead and open it. Alright, so here we go. Here's what's inside. A little bit of layout, and I just kind of want to go over it. So this is on the back side with the rest of the flame effect parts, plus the magical circle, and this zippy bag. There's two of them. One green small one, one big orange one. More flame here. Variety of hands. And I think that's pretty much it. Doctor Strange doesn't really have accessories, weapons of that sort. He does have mystical items like the Cloak of Levitation and Eye of Agamotto right there. Wasn't there supposed to be a book or some sort? Alright, so I don't see any books. So no books here. And instructions here, which I should really check more often. Doesn't say so. Only get the magical circles. Alright. So, he doesn't really need the book. Alright, so for the hands, we have a lot of them. Ranging from the relaxed hands right here to... I don't even know why it's like that. Yeah, more relaxed hand. Open hands right here. And then you have that hand gesture that he uses. Going like this. For his magic. And another one where this is probably used in conjunction with the magical circles right there. So really nice. And we have a spare head right here. And Figuarts or Bandai has actually been stepping up their game with how they do the faces. And lately they have been great. And actually you can see this a lot more with the Star Wars figures. The SH Figuarts Star Wars. And even with the Marvel, it is just great, and it's kind of hard to top it off. Although some other companies, actually, I haven't really gotten into the 112 collective of Mesco. I really should, but right now I'm just focusing with Figuarts and among other crazy Japanese collectibles I collect. But yeah, that is awesome. Anyways, let me take this out of the packaging and let's take a closer look. Alright, so here we go. We get the awesome figure right here. He does have the likeness of the movie actor Benedict Cumberbatch, and that is quite great. They did an awesome job there. Even have the gray sideburns. Yep. And even the eyes. The eyes is not too bad, although as you look closer, it's you see the kind of like the dot matrix. I think that's how it's painted. So it's not really crisp, but from afar as a figure, it works out quite well. So, and moving on, we have the cape here, and that's one of the things. How well is the cape? Well, so far for Figuarts, they haven't really made any leaps in improvement with the cape. It's always been just the plastic. Some figure companies out there use fabric or cloth with a wire mesh or some kind of wire inside the edges to hold the pose. Sometimes that works well, but sometimes having metal underneath the fabric could lead the fabric being ripped or just the ends of the fabric start to just there's a term for that, I forgot, but it will just start to deteriorate itself. So plastic is great, but it has limitations. It's very rigid, and the more joints you put on it, the horrible it looks. So for this one, it is the 3-part kind of cape where the middle part stays here. You cannot get it in this, yeah, in terms of posing it, it does look weird having this, especially if you want him, you know, moving his cape. I mean, I guess you can kind of have this pose right here, but once you start going here, it doesn't work. Although, yeah, because this pegs underneath here. Excuse me, gotta clear my throat. And it only goes that far. Yeah, I mean, I guess this one is not bad, but again, the cape should be one continuous, it's one solid thing. It shouldn't have this. It's like a cloak or a shawl on the side. Yeah, but you're able to kind of cover it in like in the front part here, which actually that's not bad. I like that you're able to fold it in front. Just that you have limitations. This is probably as far as you can get it without, you know, seeing the gaps. Yeah, and you can't really move it side to side. It is pegged in on the back side here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And there is a hinge here that, can you actually do this? Just out of curiosity. I mean, it is upside down. No, you cannot even peg on the other side. And this thing here is, I don't think you can detach this. It's kind of glued in front. I kind of wish you can remove the whole cape altogether. And I mean, the movie, the Cloak of Levitation, kind of have its own, it's like a sentient being. Kind of helps him out. It's like a sidekick. And let me see if I can get this thing here. Even this peg here, it's not that, yeah. Anyways, it's not too bad. I mean, it is for what it is right now. But, you know, there are things that are still better having it plastic than fabric. But, yeah, it just depends. Yeah. Anyways, that's that. The top part here is a bit rubbery. You got your neck articulation here from the base of the head and a base off the neck there, double jointed. It's actually not bad. And you got your shoulder here. You have that butterfly joint, which is great. You have your bicep swivel. You can see the hinge bolt joint right there. You can touch his chest right there. Fairly good elbow joint, not too bad. The color of the joint actually matches close enough, or it kind of goes along with the forearm, so that is good. Let me just take that out. Yeah, I guess you can just remove that. I mean, it's not too bad of a look. It's a little odd, but I mean, sometimes you just don't want the cape there. Alright, so the Eye of Agamotto necklace is molded in, so you cannot remove that, which you probably don't need to. You got your kind of like his belt here with a lot of things. It is free floating. Then you got this, which is the rubbery plastic. It's nice that they did this here. And I mean, articulation wise, your typical waist joint for Figuarts. You have the swivel right there. You got your knee bend. Your ankle is a bit limited. I think it's just how it is molded. Yeah, you cannot even point down. You can do a little bit to the side. You got your toe joint right there. Yeah, the ankle could be better, but, and I forgot the waist. You got some waist here. You got that long bolt peg joint there. So articulation has some good points, especially the shoulder here is great, and the waist, but the ankle could be better. So not too bad overall articulation. Just a cape could have been a lot better. You need more improvements on that. Alright, so otherwise, let's take a look at the alternate face here. So, I really don't see what the difference between these two. I mean, this one looks like he's staring at you more fiercely. Although, is it possible that I just got the same thing twice? Yeah, I could tell the difference. Like, this one just looks like he looks more fierce. But, yeah. Am I going to bother changing it? Probably not. I mean, his character, although in the movie, there's some comedic part to it. And it just didn't quite match him. But I guess it kind of works. Anyways, let's leave it at that. Then let's go over some effect parts. Alright, so we got some effect parts here. It's pretty much the same as if you were to get the original Flame Effects part set. Although I noticed that this is more orange-yellow as opposed to the red-yellow that the original one is. So it's a little different. Yep, but yeah, same basic thing. They are, like this part here is joined by a bolt joint, which is right there. And you can swap out with that pillar as well. Flame pillar. Here we go. Otherwise, you have your other flame effects here that you can go to your wrist joint or your ankles. Yep. I'm not gonna do that since I don't think he's in Engulf in Flames. That's not his style. Although if we have Ghost Rider, although wonder. I think his flames is different though, or is it still all red? Anyways, moving on with other effect parts. Actually, let me just put this aside here. But yeah, it's a really cool. I mean, having the flame effect set is a nice touch to this. All right, so let's go with some of the magical circles. So we're gonna pop this out, and we're gonna go with this one here. It does have nice details, and let's see. Although you don't see the fingernail there, but you know, with the joints and all that stuff, it's nicely sculpted. Now you're gonna get two of these magical circles, and we're just gonna put it here, and put the wrist joint here. So in a sense, we can use this magical circle for other figures if you want to. And yeah, that's great. I don't have a Marvel Legends Doctor Strange, but I mean, considering that peg hole size, it is possible if you want to use it there. I think that Marvel Legend has a different kind of effect parts to it. So you get two of the larger one as well. Really cool how they did that. Yep. Did I put this backwards? This one side is a lot lighter, so this is probably the front. Here we go. So you do have a pair of that particular hand as I showed before, but you also have this one. This one has a peg. I guess in some sense you can double stack them. Have two. I guess I could do that if I want to. But this particular hand has a peg there, and again you get a pair of that right there, and you can put the magical circle here. There we go. Probably it's a good idea to be careful because it is that plastic, and plastic do have a tendency to stress. So yeah, that is quite amazing. The magical circles. There we go. Actually, I'm kind of curious how will that work. All right, so let me do that. I just want to double stack it. There we go. Put this on here. I mean, let's do a double stack of the same one, the large. I mean, it's gonna look a little weird with that. There it goes. It rolled down my table. Let me try this one here. Due to the angle of the wrist, it may not be a good idea putting it like that. Yeah, you can only put one or the other. So, even whether you put on the wrist or on the end of that peg, I think that it works quite well. Yep. Right, and let me put him in a pose and kind of conclude the review. You know, sometimes you wonder why. So, actually, I think pretty much all acrylic designs has this clear protective thing on one side. I'm really hoping once I peel this off, it's not gonna remove that. But you know, I'm removing it from this side, and it seems like the color's on this. I'm really hoping that's not it. Yeah, I don't think that's it. But there is a protective film. If you are wondering why it's like doing that kind of thing, there we go. Alright, so let's remove that. I was just wondering, why is it like scratched up? So there we go. Quite nice. Alright, so lastly we have the action base, which is not included. It would have been great, but it's not included in this box set. Yes, a cloak of levitation. He'll be flying, but no. Other than that, overall, it's an okay release. It's nice that they give you the flame effects or the burning flame effect set, although I don't think it's fitting for this box set. The wind could have been better, or has that the magical cord or rope that they use in the movie. I think that would have been even better, even having two of those, one that goes around his wrist or something of that sort, or even a chain painted orange or clear orange. I think that would have been a better option than this, because it's kind of limiting just having the magical circles and that's it. Otherwise, what else? Something tells me actually that they could make a astral projection version where it's like clear. That would be cool. Seeing astral projected, like a half of his body is kind of like that clear effect. That would be cool. Then again, we'll see how that goes. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the review for the Figuarts Doctor Strange. Overall, it's okay. But as a figure, I mean, it is a good representation and it's a great addition to your SH Figuarts Marvel sets. And that's about it. If you got questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.